Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Habs Tonight. It's Weise Wednesday. Got a big one on tap. I'll let you talk about it a little bit here quickly. I think the fans are going to love this one because I know this guy was cherished when he played for the Montreal Canadien. So how you been, man? How's it going?
Yeah, I'm good, buddy. Been a little bit busy on my end here, and I'm excited about this one. Like you said, the fans really loved. I'll call him Meat because we were actually teammates, so I can say the nickname and not seem like the asshole that thinks he knows everybody. But it's such a cool story to me. To jump right from junior to the NHL the way he did and have success right away and fit in with Shea Weber. So it's a guy that I really enjoyed playing with, and he's still got a tremendous career ahead of him. So I'm excited for this one, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. And that's a great point too, is that the jump from junior to the top pairing on the Montreal Canadiens, partnered with probably a future Hall of Famer. I mean, two-time gold medalist Shea Weber. The top pairing in the NHL as a defenseman at that young of an age is absolutely incredible. So I think we won't hold the fans too long with the intro here. So I think we welcome Victor Mete to the Habs Tonight channel and community. I know fans can be pumped. So welcome Victor Mete to the show. How's it going, man? How are you doing?
I'm good. You?
Oh, look at that picture, Meat. Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
You haven't been in the league that
ago.
long, but it looks like you're aging nicely. You got the beard coming in nice now. Looks good, man. How are you?
I'm good. You?
Really good, buddy. Really good. I think we should touch on it quickly. Anybody that follows you on social media, pretty excited about the Italian soccer team here, right?
Oh yeah, huge win for us yesterday in penalty kick. So good to beat Spain, and now England or Denmark on Sunday. So we'll see.
Love it. You've always been a pretty big soccer fan, hey?
Oh yeah, huge. I watch almost every. I'm a big Juventus fan. Obviously, they play in the Serie A in Italy, so I watch all their games if I can.
Sick. Did you play when you were younger?
I played a little bit, yeah. Just like Woodbridge. Like I'm from Woodbridge, so it's like a big Italian community here. So pretty much everyone grows up playing hockey and soccer here. So go on the turf a little bit, play with the boys, and yeah.
Absolutely. So let's jump right into it there. Born and raised in Woodbridge. What age did you start playing hockey at?
I started playing at 6 years old.
Okay. And then when did you start skating?
6 also.
Okay. So you didn't take skating lessons when you were younger. You just jumped right in the game.
Yeah. I did skating lessons while I was playing I guess it's called select. I played for Vaughan Rangers, which is kind of just like everyone plays for them. It wasn't like a house league, but it was like a select, it was like Vaughan Blue, Vaughan Red, Vaughan White, and you just kind of go out and play.
Okay. Oh, right on. So were you always like a defenseman, or is it just anywhere at the start, or did you know what position you wanted to play?
No, I was always a D. I literally had no idea. Just got thrown in, played D, and that was it.
Man, it's crazy to think, so many guys start to learn to skate at 3, and you jump in at 6. Like, skating is obviously a tremendous skill of your game. Did you do any crazy, this is a really outside question for me, Jeff Skinner is well known, he did the figure skating. Did you ever did you work on your skating a ton when you were younger, or?
Yeah, I did actually, because my sister was a pretty good figure skater. So I would jump on the ice with her sometimes, and she would teach me some things, and I guess that's kind of how I got to being able to be the kind of skater I am right now.
Nice.
And for those that don't know, that figure skating, it's a lot of edge work, which benefits the guys in the NHL. Or a lot of skating coaches can take stuff from figure skating, which is why, like you said, Jeff Skinner does it, and how you picked up your skating. And I think all Habs fans would know, or any hockey fan, that is one of your strengths on the back end is your skating. So it goes without question that stuff definitely helps.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely did help, especially at a young age. I was able to kind of work on it for until now. Still, I still work on some stuff. So
I love it. Crazy. Toronto area just produces so many good players. Obviously the Toronto surrounding area is so big. Any guys in the NHL that you grew up playing with?
Yeah, so I grew up with Marner, playing with Marner. He played on Vaughan Kings and Don Mills Flyers, and he's a year older than me, but obviously sometimes I get called up to play, so I play against him a little bit. I guess Del Cole too is from the area. Sorelli's from the area. I don't know if you guys know, maybe Adam Masker, and he's got drafted to Florida. Now he's in Dallas, so he's from around here. I played with him. And then I played with Chikrin my last year.
Nice.
He moved in Toronto, played on junior Canadians with me. So there's a couple guys here that that kind of grew up with me and playing against that are now playing in the NHL.
Was Marner like just disgusting when he was younger too? Like,
yeah, he was the best player.
yeah. Like, was he just like so tiny when he was younger, or was he like?
Yeah, he was. No, he was really tiny. But what he's doing now in the NHL, he was doing back then. So
pretty much the same, eh?
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
You know, junior, you play for London. Obviously, you were drafted to London, right?
Yeah, I was drafted to Owen Sound actually. And
Okay, and then how did you end up in London?
Yeah, so I didn't know if I was going to school or not, just because I was a pretty small guy and stuff too, and I had some scholarship offers to some places in the U.S. So I was kind of weighing my options, and then got traded to London before the season even started, and then kind of thought maybe London will be a good spot. They have universities there and stuff because I wanted to take some school. I went to private school my whole life, so to kind of throw that all away was, I guess, get in a place like London where they had a big university. So I was able to do a couple classes there and play also.
So was there any thought of like the college route at all? Because you're just talking about like school and stuff being important. Like, was there a chance that you may have just went NCAA instead?
Yeah. I was looking really into the Boston schools, Boston College and Boston University. So I went down there a couple of times to look at the schools and was just kind of weighing my options and seeing what was best at the time, and then got traded, and then took another look and said, "Oh, maybe London's a better decision right now. They have university. The team is always generating players all the time, so gave it a shot, and it worked out."
Yeah, I mean, look at the players London trucks out, man. It's absolutely insane. Like every single
it's a farm team.
It's incredible. Like their teams are so good. Like they can win every year. It's just it's insane. So how was the experience in London? Obviously, great city. Everybody loves playing there.
It was amazing. It was literally like the NHL of the OHL, right? Like you're playing in London. We got 10,000 people at every game. It's always sold out. And then luckily my second year we won the league and went to the Memorial Cup and won the Mem Cup, so that was even crazier.
Right. No shocker there. Yeah. Teams are loaded, man. It's just insane. Every year they should win. It's crazy. It just blows my mind. Who was on the team that you guys won with? Current NHLers?
Yeah, a lot of guys. We had I think our first line was Christian Dvorak, Mete Tkachuk, and Mitch Marner.
Jeez, oh my goodness.
And then we had like Cliff Poo, Max Jones, Aaron Barisha. We had a ton of guys who were like everyone's somewhere right now.
Holy smokes, man. That's incredible. Like it's kind of nice. Like you play in an environment like that, they spend the money on the players. It kind of makes the transition, from junior to pro obviously easier. You make a crazy jump. I mean, not as crazy. There's a ton of guys that are doing it, but as a defenseman, like when you played your last year in junior, did you think, okay, I'm pretty close to turning pro, or what were your thoughts at that point?
Yeah, no, I just figured that next season I'll be back in London for my fourth year, and just seeing like what was going on. And then I went to camp in Montreal, and then one day you think you're gonna get sent home, and you don't. So and then you're there kind of for another couple of days, and then there's another cuts, and then you're still there, and then just kind of was still there for a long time, and then got sent down for World Juniors, and then right after that, Bersh called me back up, and he told me I was going to be staying. So
that's beautiful.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's incredible. Because I was sorry, Dale. I was just going to ask, just quickly going back, because you were drafted 4th round by the Montreal Canadiens, and obviously, like, were you expecting? Like, where'd you expect to get drafted? Like, were you hearing from your agent or anything? Like, this team's looking at you, like, or this round roughly? Like, maybe take us through your draft day and like what it meant to your family quickly before we keep going with because I think the awesome story afterwards. Well, obviously, when you stick with Montreal, maybe I think fans don't hear enough about the draft days and how much it means to the families.
Yeah, no, everyone was super pumped. I mean, I have a pretty big family, and so everyone came down to, because my draft was in Buffalo, so it wasn't too far. So everyone came down to Buffalo. We spent the night there before the draft, and then we all went to the first round, kind of watched it, just knew I wasn't going to go in the first round, but just for the experience and that kind of stuff was was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. And then that night went out for dinner with everybody, slept. Next day, woke up, went back to the rink, and then they did the rounds 2 to 7. And then that day, my agent said you might go between rounds 2 and 4. So I was just kind of just sitting there waiting, see when when it would get picked and everything. And there was a couple of London guys who went before me, so you hear like from the London Knights, maybe you think it's you, and then it's one of your buddies or whatever. So no, it was pretty cool. And then obviously it was the 4th round came, and I got drafted pick number 100. So at I think it was around like 98, I had to really go to the washroom. So I went to the washroom because I didn't think that I think it was Buffalo was 99, and then Montreal was 100, and then Toronto was 101. So I was like, haven't gotten really anything from these 3 teams, so I'm just gonna kind of go to the washroom now and then come back. And then I'm in the washroom, 99. They pick I think one of my old buddies I used to play with, and then I'm coming out of the washroom and pick number 100 here from the London Knights. It was Victor Mete, and I was like, holy! And then everyone before the draft was like, you can go to any team except for Montreal, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm from Toronto,
for sure,
and all that kind of stuff. And then everyone was like, oh my god, he went to the one team where none of us wanted you to go to, but we're all happy for you. And but we won't put a jersey on until you play for the team.
That's unreal, man. So you didn't interview with Montreal, nothing?
I did an interview with them, but it didn't really seem like much. It was kind of just get to know you. I met with 16 teams at the combine.
Okay.
And they were one of the teams, but nothing really that led me to think that, oh, we're gonna take you.
Yeah. Did Burst do anything funny in the interview room or anything?
No.
Everyone was pretty serious.
And everyone was huge, right? So
well, they're all jacked up. Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah.
You walk in there and they just look like bodybuilders everywhere. The whole management. Yeah, absolutely. That's unreal, man. That's so cool. So, did Montreal have a summer development camp?
Yeah, that year they did. Yeah.
Okay, and how was that? Like, you went there, played well. What was kind of the feedback at that point?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was kind of it was just like, yeah, go back home, get bigger, get stronger. Like you showed well at camp here. We'll see you back at main camp. So like, I guess that was kind of a verbal offer to main camp, and then went home, worked hard, did what I had to do, worked out and everything. And then, went to, I guess what would it be? Before the main camp, they have like the
rookie tournament there.
Yeah, the rookie tournament. So went to the rookie tournament, and then after rookie tournament, I think it was in Toronto actually, rookie tournament to Maine, and then I guess the next day they have some cuts, right? So was able to participate in Maine, and then saw my name on the board the next day, paired up with Webby. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, what is that like? You know, it's your first training camp. You're mentally kind of expecting to go back to junior, and then you're paired with Webby right away. Like,
yeah, it was.
Take us through that a little bit. Like,
yeah, I saw that and I was like, maybe thinking, okay, maybe they just like messed up or something, and then, but then Webby came actually to introduce himself to me, and he's just kind of like, yeah, I guess we're gonna be partners for camp right now. And then you think, okay, yeah, maybe like 1 or 2 days we'll be partners, and then you kind of get picked with somebody else or whatever. And we were partners throughout the whole entire camp. And then she invited me over to dinner one night during the camp. So me and Lecky went because we were both at the hotel. So we took an Uber to his house for dinner, and he made us a couple steaks and veggies and stuff. So it was pretty cool, especially me. Look, he's a guy I look up to growing up, obviously as a defenseman, and playing video games and everything, and always having him on my back end there with the NHL 2012, 2013. So
absolutely
crazy.
Man, unreal.
So was there anything, I mean, like obviously you get paired with Weber, is there any like teaching moments that he said something to you and you're just like, wow, like, or like just like things you've watched him do as a pro athlete? Obviously you're going to be pro at some point, but like what was like a wake up moment going like, holy shit, I'm with Shea Weber, or Shea's doing this, I gotta start doing this, or stuff you learned from him?
Well, he's always trying to be the best, right? Like in practice, he doesn't care. Like, doesn't matter if you're in a battling drill, he's going to give you his full. He'll knock you down. He doesn't care. So you kind of see like at that, even in junior, you're like, oh, okay, like we'll take it easy a little bit. Like it's practice for him. It's like doesn't matter practice or game, he's giving you game situation stuff. So it was pretty crazy to see that, where he's going hard no matter what, even in practice and stuff like that.
So then you go through training camp. You guys are continuing to be paired together. Like, at what point in your mind did you think, like, okay, I might make this team here?
I think it was I got put into, I think, 6 out of the 8 exhibition games. So it was kind of a lot for me, because I didn't I know it was still the camp or whatever, but I haven't practiced that hard or had to play in games like that where guys are fighting for spots. So my body was just kind of dead and everything. I was just trying to stay as focused as I could and everything. And then I think they released, I think we won that last exhibition game like 9-1 or 10-1 or something. And then the next day we had a team dinner or something, and Burge came up to me and he said like, congratulations, like you made the team, like, at that dinner. And then I had to do like a speech at the dinner and stuff. So that was kind of the moment where I was like, okay, like, I'm here for now. But then there was also that 9-game thing too. So like, yeah, I might be here for 9 games, but then they could possibly send me back down to junior.
Right. And so Burge tells you that, like, what a moment. And like, who's your first call, and how was that conversation?
Yeah, so I called, well, actually, to be honest with you, everyone was calling me, because I guess they saw on social media that it was already released that I made the opening night roster and everything. So, and I couldn't take any calls at the time, because we had that team dinner or whatever. So it was a little bit weird. So, and then was able to call my parents right after, and they were congratulating me and everything like that.
Unreal.
Awesome. And then I know some Habs fans, like just me in particular, you go the first couple of years, you don't get that goal, and then you finally get that first goal against Minnesota Wild. Maybe tell the fans, or like, how that finally felt to finally get that first goal. Because I know the whole fan base was like behind you, like the amount of posts or empty nets you would miss. The whole fan base is like, it's going to happen sometime soon. And finally, it was against the Minnesota Wild. I believe Suzuki got his first one that game as well.
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it was wild. I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't really care that I didn't score. I was happy with how I was playing and doing what I had to do out there, so it was good. But then to get that one first one, seeing kind of the rink kind of go nuts after I scored and everything, it was a pretty cool experience. I mean, I know it was a long time, but it was worth it, seeing the reactions to everybody.
So what was, you make the team, you're paired with Webby. You guys obviously had instant chemistry. Like, take me through like the mental side of playing your first year. Obviously, you jump from junior to the NHL. Like, take me through the mental side of what it was like to just play your first year in the NHL and kind of the ups and downs of the season.
Yeah, no, it was pretty crazy. I mean, I was trying to keep as cool as possible, like not try to get ahead of myself a little bit, and also not try to fall down. But I had a good support group around me. Like Webby was there, Plecky was there my first year too. So we had some, and Pricey too. We had some little bit older guys there. So I was able to talk to them a lot and everything. I think the first 10 games went well. After that Western road trip to California, coming back was hard to adjust to it, and I didn't know why I was so tired after that road trip. Like the last 3 games after, I was like, holy, I can't even freaking breathe on the ice right now.
Yeah.
And kind of got over that, and then had some ups and downs. Got sent down to World Juniors. Wasn't too happy about that, just because you didn't know if you're coming back up after, or if it was your kind of year. And then fortunately won the World Juniors with Team Canada, and then Burge called me, said it was bye week when the tournament ended. So he said, after bye week, we'll bring you back. And then came back, and unfortunately broke my finger in March. So I had to miss March and the first 2 weeks of April.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's just touch on the World Juniors. Obviously, you want to stay in the NHL. You want to keep playing there. So you're a little choked when you go back again, like you just said. You're not sure if you're going to come back. But then, how was the World Junior experience though? Like, to play for your country, you had, once you got over kind of the shock a little bit, you were pumped, no?
Yeah, no, exactly. I was fired up. I mean, got to play Buffalo, the World Juniors, so that everyone's coming to watch you from Canada, right? It's not like you're overseas and you don't have too many fans. You kind of had everybody come over to support and everything, and that was pretty cool experience, especially to win the gold in the end and played the first ever outdoor game there at the Bills field there. So it was pretty cool experience.
There's a blizzard too, wasn't it? That game you guys played?
That game was definitely not fun. The ice was terrible. You couldn't even see the puck on the ice. There was so much snow. But it was a cool experience.
No, for sure. And that's the thing. You won gold at the World Juniors. I mean, I think every kid kind of dreams that, especially Canadian kids growing up playing hockey. But just
sure.
like, and jumping back to the Montreal Canadiens, like you're saying that how you got tired there after the Western road trip. But I mean, not too many guys can go from, like, I know the CHL kind of helped you maybe with the amount of games you played, but like to go from junior straight to the NHL, and then you're on the top pairing with Webbs, who's playing against the other team's top two lines every single night. I mean, it's incredible. It's just something that I don't think a lot of fans realize how tough of a job that was, especially coming out of junior.
Yeah, it was definitely hard. Everyone's so much stronger and faster in the NHL and bigger. So I was able to. Good thing I'm a pretty good skater, so I was able to kind of keep up with them speed and skating wise. But obviously, I'm not the biggest guy. I'm only 5'10", 100. And at that time, I think I was only 175, 180 pounds. So it was a little bit hard to move the bigger guys in front of the net, and that's kind of not my game. I more of like a stick check guy and get the puck and skate it out. So it was definitely not an easy task to come in and play with Webby on the top line, but I was happy with how I was able to perform.
Yeah, I think it was incredible, man. I remember just watching as an outsider from Philadelphia, obviously still being a fan of Montreal, like just the way you came in and made an impact right away. And obviously the NHL has been trending in the direction of your style defenseman, like just, stick checkers, good skaters, good position. Just playing with you and in practice and watching you, man, I don't think you get enough credit for how good of a stick checker you are. You're a great skater. You always get yourself in good positions, and you have a great stick, man. Like, I do not think you get enough credit for. Like, practicing, I would notice it, and just watching you in games. So I think that's kind of like the new style of defender. And minus some of the teams in the playoffs this year that just have like giant, massive, punishing defensemen. Most teams are more mobile, more puck movers like you. So
yeah, exactly.
I think it worked in your favor, and then. Let's talk about going through the second season. You got one season under your belt. You know what it's like. You know the experience. You get hurt at the end of the season. You come back for the second season. Take me through the second season, and then take me through, was it 7 games in Laval, what that was like?
Yeah, so second season came in. Obviously, haven't played a game since February almost, and coming in, kind of getting used to the players again and the speed and everything and the game-like stuff. And it was a little bit difficult, but it was good. Again, I was back with Webby, and I really was playing well the first kind of month, and then thought I was playing good in November too, and then was kind of not playing as much anymore, and then was just kind of on the outside looking in almost. I was 6D, just kind of not playing that many minutes anymore. I was playing maybe like 10 to 12 minutes and everything, and then got sent down, played 7 games in Laval. Was good because I don't think we went for any road trips or anything, so they were all home games.
Thank God.
Yeah, they were all like home and close. I think we played one in Belleville, and then the rest were in Montreal, so it was a quick road trips. And then after that, got called back up. 7 games. I was there, I think, for 2 weeks, and then I got called back up. Went straight to Colorado because I think they were on that Colorado Vegas road trip.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think right from there it was a Christmas break, so I was able to kind of go home, regroup a little bit, and then I was able to stick the rest of the season, the last 3 months with the big club, and we almost made the playoffs that year. I think we lost to Washington, or Columbus, which was a big loss for us that we needed to win. And I don't know, I think we finished that season with 96 points or something, which is pretty crazy to not make the playoffs with that many points.
Yeah, that was wild. So what was it like mentally? You come in your first year, it's kind of like a whirlwind. You're playing with Webby, you're on the top pairing. And then the second year, which happens to a lot of guys and not even by fault. Like when you say you thought you were playing well, like I watched a lot of games. I thought you were playing well too, but it's tough when you go from playing big minutes to you're playing such a small role. Like, how was that mentally, like, going back for you and then getting sent down? Was it like, I'm still young, I'm just going to work, or was it like a little bit of a struggle mentally?
I think it was more like, yeah, I'm still young. Like, I was only 20 years old at the time, and not everybody gets the opportunity to play in their first year. So I already had like almost 70 games under me by the time I got sent down, and then worked my ass off in the A to get back up as fast as possible. And was only there for 2 weeks, and then when I got back up, it was kind of just like, clearly you weren't doing something that you needed to do in the first 2 months. So now pick it up a little bit and just kind of be better. And I thought I was, and I thought I played really well after that.
Yeah, for sure. And I just, not to get off topic here quickly, I just want to make sure we ask you this question, because I know fans will grill us if we don't. Maybe talk to us a little bit about the friendship you've got with KK, because I know the whole fan base absolutely loved watching that bromance. I mean, you guys interact all the time on social media, still do. So when did you meet him, and when it was like, okay, I'm going to be like best friends with this guy?
So, funny story, actually. We had I think it's like that before the season, like meet and greet kind of thing that you have to do in, I think it's in Virginia or something. And me and KK were the two that were going from Montreal. And so every team had like 2 or 3 guys going, and me and KK were the 2 going.
Okay, like the rookie showcase, eh?
Yeah, I think so. But you don't play any games or anything. You just kind of go and you do like a bunch of seminars and stuff. So he was supposed to be my roommate, and I get to my room that day, and no one's there. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's gonna come later because he's coming from Finland or whatever. And it's like 11 o'clock at night, and this guy's still not in the room. And I'm like asking myself, like, where is this guy? Like, is he even coming or whatever? And then I didn't see him the whole entire week at all. Didn't even see him once, and he was supposed to be my roommate. I found out later he ended up just rooming with one of his other Finnish buddies.
Jesus, wanted no part of you.
Never showed up. So then we kind of had a laugh about it the first time I saw him in Montreal, because I didn't even meet him there. I was supposed to, but I never even met him. Jesus. And then he was kind of just on his own schedule, I guess. And then met him in Montreal there. He ended up being, because you need the roommates, I guess, when you're on your entry level. So he was my roommate, and from first road trip to the last, and he was my stallmate next to me in the dry stall room. So about the same age too. We were he's 2 years younger than me, but we were kind of both the new guys. I was only in my second year, he was in his first year, so we kind of had good chemistry, communication, because we were so young, and he really couldn't really speak too much English, so I was able to kind of help him out and that kind of stuff, and we just kept growing as friends, talked, and he would come to me for everything. So I was kind of like just helping him out.
So did you introduce him the word mint? Was that you?
Yeah,
that started the whole thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to know who started that whole thing. It was like the first word I think he ever said.
Yeah. You probably taught him a couple sayings, I think, eh?
Oh yeah, I call everyone Bobs, right? So he started probably, I think, calling everyone Bobs too.
Yeah.
I'd call everyone something different, and he would just kind of copy me, and then kind of got to get used to like, oh, maybe this isn't like the right thing to say, like this is not proper English.
Oh man, that's beautiful. I love that. Yeah, man. I know the fans. I know the fans love you two together. So that's kind of cool, man. Good. I love that. Let's jump into third season. Walk me through it, and then we'll just dive into the trade there.
So third season was again pretty good. I mean, I started off really good. I was really happy with how I played. I think that was October and November, and then got a high ankle sprain, like just a weird injury that looked like nothing, and then was out for 3 to 4 weeks, and then came back and again was just was playing big minutes before, and then came back and again was put on third pairing and didn't really play that much again, and was kind of just grinding to try to get my way back up in the depth chart there, playing try to play top 4, top 2 minutes again. And then unfortunately broke my tibia in February and was out there kind of long. Couldn't walk for a bit, and that was really the end of my year. And then COVID started, and that was pretty tough just because I couldn't do anything really with the injury. I couldn't do much rehab, wasn't able to go to the rink or do any of that kind of stuff. So it was just in the summer working out at the cottage, and then had to get ready for the playoffs there in July. And then had the playoffs. We had a pretty good run. We won the first round there against Pittsburgh, and then almost beat Philly in that second round. And we should have won, but both goalies played well, and we didn't come out on top on that one.
At the end of the playoffs last year, did you think? I don't know. Did you have any feeling like, I don't know where the relationship's going between the team and me? Like, do I see myself staying here a long point? Did you see like any like, just in your mind, like what were you thinking?
Yeah, no, for sure I did. I mean, I thought I was playing pretty well in the playoffs, and then I remember one game I was first two periods I thought I was playing great, and then I didn't see a shift in the third, and I was kind of after the game, like rewatched the game, I'm like, I thought like that was a good game by me. Like I can't get discouraged by it or whatever. So then exactly after the playoffs, I was thinking like, yeah, maybe this might not be the right place for me. But obviously gonna keep working my ass off to try to kind of showcase myself still and everything.
Yeah, because obviously this year you go into camp, whatever, and like you kind of see the writing on the wall, right? Because like you're always saying like you're seeing that you're the fifth, sixth D, sometimes seventh, and you want to be the top four. Obviously, everybody does. And then so we go through the year in and out of the lineup. I mean, tough. Like I've said it all year. It's a tough scenario for you because they didn't get you in there to prove yourself enough. I found, and then like when you sit for a couple weeks, I mean, you're not really setting the guy up to help himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then eventually you get claimed by Ottawa. And honestly, I think like Dale's brother and I, Derek, were talking about it. Like it's a blessing in disguise because the way you're playing or the style you play with an up and coming Ottawa Senators team that's going to be dangerous here in a couple of years. I think like honestly, like, as a Habs fan, I hated to see you go just because I loved how you played. And that's what Dale was alluding to earlier on with the puck moving, the fast skating defense, and just where the game's going. And so maybe just talk to the fans about maybe getting that second opportunity now in Ottawa and how that your style kind of fits with them.
Yeah, no, it was great. I mean, obviously I played a couple of games against Ottawa with Montreal this past year, and they're one team where like you just hate playing against because they're just go. Like they're gonna finish their checks. They're gonna compete every shift, and it's like like when you know you're going to get back to get the puck, you know you're gonna get hit or whatever. So it's one of the teams you don't like playing against, and then obviously now getting put on waivers and getting picked up by Ottawa was different for me. I didn't know what to expect or like what the process kind of was in that case. But no, DJ called me right when I was got told that I was picked up by them, and he told me, he says, pretty much said to me like, we're not in the playoffs. Just go out there, play your game, like do whatever you want. And that was huge confidence, just because I was kind of not able to do much in Montreal. Even when I was playing, I was still not really allowed. And then coming to Ottawa, being kind of free to do whatever I wanted, be mistake free or whatever was huge. And I was able to kind of get my game back and kind of show a little bit more to what I have. And obviously my first, I think 5 games, I didn't play too much in Ottawa, just kind of getting to know everybody. But then the last 8 or 9 games, I was playing up to 25 minutes a night. So
that's incredible.
It was a lot of fun, and just kind of brought back the love to the game, and how much fun it is.
Yeah, when I look at your team going forward, like you guys are going to be dangerous next year. Like the way you play your offense, man, like some of your forwards are incredible. And the nucleus is so young. Like it must be so fun on that team, hey?
Yeah, like it almost feels like I'm playing in the OHL again. Like everybody's just so young and full of energy. Where it's like everyone's excited to be at the rink every day and hanging out and everything, and literally felt like I was playing in London again.
Yeah, man, that's so like guys are so young. They don't have families yet. They have time to chill and go out for dinner. Yeah, it's. Man, I think that's such an exciting team going forward. It's such a good spot for you.
Yeah, I agree.
100%. And I love how you, like you said too, like you get to play your style, which is, I think, honestly, where every team's going to have to go eventually, is that fast skating, puck moving D. But maybe just quickly, I'm curious what your thoughts on this, because I know Habs fans may grill me for it, but like, what's your thoughts like when you first met Brady Tkachuk? Because I mean, that guy like almost acts like a farm animal out there. The guy fought Weber this year, and like, but like, I love how he plays, and like, that's coming from an honest Habs fan. Is, I mean, most people hate him from Montreal because of the way he plays and the style he plays. But I mean, they all have to admit he's a great hockey player. So
Yeah,
I was just curious, like the thoughts on Brady Tkachuk.
Yeah, no, I think he's a great player. I mean, out there, he's a guy you want on your team. You hate to play against him because he's kind of a shit disturber out there, but he gets the job done. He scores, puts up points, he lays out the big hits. Like, he pretty much does it all, right? Like,
yeah, he's
pretty
incredible.
Crazy to see like a player like that have so much success and be kind of one of the better players on the team. But no, he's great. He's off the ice, he's a great guy. He's really funny. A lot of good one-liners, and he's just a funny guy to be around.
I love it, man. That's awesome. Man, he's a guy everybody Montreal would kill to have on their team.
Oh, 100%.
He's such a
would want him.
Yeah, like he's such a man. He can do everything. He's fearless. He can score. He's like I said, he fears nobody.
Yeah,
and man,
he can do everything. He can do it.
Yeah, I have so much respect for that, man. There's so few guys in the league.
Yeah.
And he's like so talented too.
Yeah.
Like the guy can play, man. It's incredible.
Yeah,
he's a big
body.
Player. He's awesome, man. And I remember playing in the minors. It was the fall of 2019, and it was like Josh Norris. Why am I drawing a blank? Batherson. Yeah.
Batherson,
like these two are incredible, man. These they went on a sick run at the end of the year too.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I just think you guys are trending in the right direction, man.
Good things, definitely. Exactly, trending in the right direction.
I love it, man. So what's the summer looking like for you, and when are you gonna head down to Ottawa?
Yeah, just same as always, working out, skating, and cottage on the weekends. So nothing changes. Probably head down to Ottawa early September, just kind of get settled in and do some skating with the guys beforehand, and that's about it.
Beautiful, man. I love it. We always kind of finish. I promised I wouldn't keep you that long. Just finish. We like to send a message to Habs fans, everyone that supported you through your time in Montreal. I know fans loved you. We always get asked to get you on the show, man. I really appreciate you did it. Just kind of, what would be your message to all your Habs fans and supporters of people that love you?
Yeah, no, I would just say thanks for everything. I mean, I really loved my time in Montreal. I enjoyed it. Great city to play in. Best fans, I would say. Like, you guys are pretty nuts, right? So, no, it was a lot of fun. Everyone too, like, treated me great. No one disrespected me at all, and hopefully there'll be some good rivalries moving forward, and hope to see everyone again.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Hey, before I throw it to you, Brando, I just want to say thanks, Mete. I appreciate you coming on, man. I know fans are going to love this. They loved you in Montreal, and they're going to hate you in Ottawa, but that's a compliment. So I can't wait to see the rivalry between the two teams going the next couple of years. It's going to get heated, man. So I appreciate you, man. You got such a good career ahead of you, and Brando, you can finish her off, buddy.
For sure, man. I just want to say thanks again for jumping on the channel. It means a lot. I mean, Dale and the whole crew started this a few months ago. So to get guys like you to jump on and give us a little bit of your time, it means the world. So appreciate it. Like I said, loved watching you play here. Wish you could have stayed, but I wish you the best of luck in Ottawa. And I think you're going to kill it.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
See you, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Whoa, that was good.
Yeah,
great interview, man.
He's a funny guy, man. Him and KK, when I would walk in the room, man, they're just always giggling, laughing about something, having a good time. So they're just again, he's one of those guys that just as a fan you hate to see go, right? Like he can skate, he can defend. He's the new style NHL, and it's just unfortunate, man. I mean, I would never ask him or put him in a position to talk about it, but we can talk about it. I think he was treated unfairly. You can't have a young guy like just playing those little minutes. It doesn't make any sense to me. And it was nice. He talks about KK was his best buddy. It's nice to have those guys when you're both kind of going through those ups and downs. Because KK is another guy, as I've voiced my opinion on it many times, is going to be a great player. And the way he's being treated in Montreal, I don't know how long his leash will stay in Montreal, but we will see.
For sure. And just because we talked about Mete, like his skating, his puck moving, and this is a few hours before Game 5 of the Cup final against Tampa. And going back to Game 4, Kulak and Romy come in, two guys that can skate and move the puck and a little bit physical. I know Mete is not the most physical guy, but skating and moving the puck helped them a lot in the transition game. And I just don't know how. I mean, I can't say shit because they made the Cup final and Ducharme's moves or roster changes have worked, but Mete's exactly what they're kind of missing. And now Romy and Kulak get in, and it shows the transition game, and that's the way the NHL is going. You need these puck moving skating D.
Absolutely. And he can skate all day. He's not going to get, you're going to get punished from the other team, but he's not going to wear himself down by defending. He defends so well and so efficiently. But and then on the other hand, again, we're not going to shoot down the guys that are there. Like, the guys have done the job, perfectly. Tampa's got Tampa's defense are big too. Like, it's a big D-core, man. This is, I don't want to say it's kind of a throwback, but you look at some of the teams and like, it's big defensemen that are there. So maybe we're crazy, but I if I'm building a team, I'd take Mete on my team any day, man.
Oh, for sure. And I think it's because there's two different NHLs. There's regular season NHL and playoff NHL. But I think you still need that transition skating guy. You can't have them all stay at home. But once again, the Habs prove us wrong with going to the Cup final this year. But I think, like I said, there's two different seasons. Obviously, everybody knows that, the playoffs versus the regular season. And I think you're going to need those kind of guys. And as much as, like I said in the interview, was hating seeing Mete go, because I think he can bring a lot to a team, and he's going to be very appreciated in Ottawa. I'm happy for him that he's no longer in the bleachers getting 8-10 minutes, because he can go there, and like he said, he's got the leash to go wherever he wants, whatever he wants to do. Obviously, I think if he makes mistakes, he'll get told or taught how to do better. But when you have the confidence of a brand new coach like that, I mean, it's got to mean the world, like he said.
Oh, it's everything. It's everything. It's like, when I've said it a million times when I came to Montreal, like Michel Therrien said the same thing to me. He's like, I don't know a lot about you, but this is a fresh start for you. Like, you just go out and do your thing. So when you have that confidence of the organization, man, I honestly, as a player, I can't tell you how important that is. I don't know, man. It just takes a weight off your shoulder where you just, every game in Montreal, when he came in the lineup last year, it was like, oh, don't make a mistake. Don't make a mistake. And even when, anytime he was on the ice for a goal, like, even TSN was getting on the guy. They're circling him and, watch him on this shift. And he was -2 tonight. And it's like, you just get treated unfairly in a situation like that, man, where he was playing well, but you could just kind of see the writing on the wall. Like, he said it himself. So I think going to Ottawa was probably the best thing for him. And I think his career is going to take off, man. And he's got some underrated offensive skill. And I know he didn't score there for a long time, and people think he can't score. But it's not a booming shot, but he's just one of those guys that skates so well as he can get to areas. And, it doesn't take a booming shot to score from the point, as we've seen in the playoffs at times, just get the puck through. So that was a great interview, man. I was happy to get him on. And I can't wait, as we said, as we continue to go forward here, get some of the current players and guys that are in the league, and it's going to be exciting, man. Exciting stuff for the Habs tonight team going forward.
Oh, for sure. And speaking of the Habs tonight team, if you want to support us, obviously we have tons of merch out now. HabsNight.net. It seems like every day we're uploading stuff. Get the Habs Night shirt. I know Dale and I are rocking hats right now. I've got my shirt on. It means all the support we've gotten. It's awesome. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you still haven't. Big game tonight, so we won't keep you too long, because I think you and Dare are doing post game as well.
Absolutely.
Game 5 tonight.
Pre-game, keeping the same routine, and we got the same guys for post game. So we're hoping a big win, and it's going to be an exciting night.
Awesome. So, fans, I hope you enjoyed the interview with Victor Mete. The guy was awesome. Like I said, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow us on all social medias. Get your Habs Night merch. I know there's an awesome Habs Night tank too for that summer weather we're starting to get here now. So, everybody, I'm going to sign off here, but I'll let Dale say the last few things. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, again, thank you for supporting us, whether it's likes or comments or subscriptions, on YouTube. Message us on social media. If there's guys that you want to see in interviews, we're open to suggestions. Again, thank you to everyone that's bought merch, or if you haven't, be sure to check it out. As always, thank you for support, and go Habs go.
Awesome. See you guys.